Welcome to Around the Peninsula. I'm Army Sergeant Matt Cromer. Soldiers train day and night on their warrior tasks and drills to increase combat readiness. Area 1, better opportunity for single soldiers, not only wants soldiers to be ready for combat, but in life as well. Army Sergeant Anthony Alcantar reports.
4 days, 404 miles covered by bus, and over 25 miles walked. The Boss Across Korea trip thrusted soldiers into Korean culture by visiting historic sites, eating local food, and engaging in life skills training.
I think this trip was really good. Bringing everybody together and being able to go across Korea and seeing the different parks and everything, and just learning new things that I wouldn't have been able to do.
Soldiers were forced out of their comfort zone and were able to learn and grow.
I think this will help me in the future by being able to interact with different cultures, and without, hesitating, I can just go in and just, ask questions and interact with everybody, being able to learn the different language and different things that they do.
Strengthening our skills as soldiers is crucial, but we must eventually reintegrate back into civilian life. As such, events like Boss Across Korea are important because it allows soldiers to develop essential skills that are too often overlooked. Army Sergeant Anthony Alcantar, Camp Casey, Korea.
This was the first life skills event hosted by Area 1 Boss, helping soldiers become more well-rounded and able to adapt to life and new cultures. The airfield on Kunsan Air Base is constantly busy with F-16 fighter jets. Making sure these aircrafts are up and running is just as important as ensuring the safety of the pilots that fly them. Army Sergeant Julie Yeager has the story.
There's a great amount of pressure on the egress system's journeymen because when disaster strikes, the pilot depends on them. These airmen work on ejection seats, which are devices used to rescue pilots when all else fails. Once pilots pull the ejection handle, a series of explosives lift the top enclosure and ejects the seat almost simultaneously.
Once the sequence starts and the line starts to burn, it's just boom, 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 one right after the other. So the pilot will be out of the jet and floating down on his parachute in almost 3 seconds.
Journeymen must have an exceptionally meticulous nature. Any negligent move on their part could mean disaster for the pilot.
What makes egress so critically important is that we can't test fire any of our components. When we install a seat and canopy back onto the jet, we're pretty much telling that pilot, you're coming home alive. At my last base, we actually had an incident where one of our jets went down. The pilot lost communications in the sky. The jet went down and the pilot was able to eject safely. That jet, we actually had it in the shop. To just know the seat I touched, I worked on it, I did inspections. It saves someone's life, makes all of it worth it.
The perfection of ejection is one verification these journeymen assure more than anything. From Kunsan Air Base, I'm Army Sergeant Julie Yeager.
The seat ejects with such force that afterwards the pilot's spine is compressed an average of 2 inches, so pilots can only eject twice in their entire flying career before they are grounded for good. The 5 senses. They are an essential part of life, but sometimes require maintenance. Senior Airman Elizabeth Toronto tells us why keeping up with one of the senses in particular is so important.
Having good eyesight is important for most people, but for military members, it's crucial. Technical Sergeant Tasha Parson tells us how optometry makes all the difference.
People don't really think about how integral having good vision is. It goes from a spectrum of being able to shoot your rifle, being able to qualify to deploy. For our flyers, we have an aircrew contact lens program, so in order to wear contact lenses in the cockpit, they have to be fit to perfection. There's been particular times where a vision test is what stands between someone and that new career goal. Vision is the gateway to that. That's the rewarding part, to see them smile, to see vision go from 2400 to 2020, and they come back in and they love it because it's truly seeing life differently for them. So that's the reward, just being able to have a hand in that.
Reporting from Kunsan Air Base, I'm Senior Airman Elizabeth Toronto.
Military members are encouraged to get their eyes examined routinely in order to prevent disease and maintain any existing prescriptions. We should never forget the contributions and sacrifices made by all races to build and strengthen our nation. Army Sergeant Mark Breha attends one ceremony that embraces the history of those who first settled on American soil.
The flags are coming to the stage. The event is about to start. The 6th Ordnance Battalion hosts a Native American Heritage Observance in Camp Carroll's Community Activity Center. The ceremony is a reminder to never forget the blood and tears of our ancestors and to take pride in who we are as a nation and as individuals.
This event was unique to me because it had the dancers, had the storyteller that brought the event to life and put things in perspective from the Native American point of view and how the oral history gets passed on through generations.
Native Americans come from very diverse backgrounds filled with many different cultures and languages. However, Native Americans have endured plights over the course of our nation's history, and yet for over 200 years they have served the United States military with courage and pride for their country.
This observance is important to me because it allows me to share part of my culture and heritage with those that I work with.
During the event, the audience joined Native American soldiers in dancing, storytelling, and giving out certificates to the community.
This event was a great honor to be invited to be the guest speaker. Hopefully it contributed a great deal and helped educate some people on the contributions of Native Americans to our military service.
Army Sergeant Mark Breha, Camp Carroll, Korea.
More than 100 people participated in this event to experience the Native American cultures. NBA superstar Stephen Curry said we have to have the mentality that we have to work for everything we're going to get. Army Sergeant Kevin Spence meets a high school student who defines the term student athlete.
It's going to advance the ball to the person.
The Seoul American High School Falcons are getting ready to start their campaign for the best basketball team on the peninsula. One player, Kamani Nix, or you might know him as Josh, set out his freshman year to make sure he was ready to take his game up to the next level.
This would be the first time, if I make it, that I'm on like an official team. You know, I've done summer camps and I've done summer leagues, but playing for a school team, this will be the first time for me. You know, I can't exactly say that I know how it's going to go, but I'm predicting that the future's going to be bright and that I'll be able to do well.
With a style that emulates Steph Curry, Josh spends a lot of his time at Collier Gym working on his craft and letting it fly.
Over at Collier, for me, like I practice over there because, you know, there's a lot of soldiers and I like to challenge myself to go up against them, you know, driving, making sure that I'm building up muscle to be able to like penetrate the hole. And then playing here, you know, there's more chemistry. You know, they're not just soldiers. These are my friends that I go to school with, and we all made each other look good and we vibe pretty well, so.
With the support of his parents and some advice from a mentor, Josh is ready to lay it all on the line.
What my history teacher told me today was that, you know, it's better that if you don't have a plan B, because then you'll go out and just go all or nothing. And that's what I plan to do. You know, I want to go all or nothing with this. This is something that I want to do with my future. You know, whether it's NBA or whether it's a minor league or, you know, whatever it has to be, this is something that I want to go for.
Army Sergeant Kevin Spence, Yongsan, Korea.
Josh Nix is one of the newest additions to the high school's junior varsity Falcons. Casey Elementary School recently had some fun with superheroes. Army Sergeant Anthony Alcantar takes us to the event.
For some children, reading can be a challenge. That's why Casey Elementary School called out all superheroes to unite in support of reading.
Literacy is the foundation of everything we do. I mean, you can't really even get a job if you don't know how to read. Even as the students get older, it's even difficult to do a math problem if you don't understand what the word problem is saying. Who is that?
Events like Superhero Literacy Night are hosted to foster that love for reading.
They're reading the story and then they're building masks, they're decorating cookies. We wanted to make it as big and wild and as fun as possible for the students, just to promote reading.
With students learning and having fun, it's no wonder at Camp Casey Elementary School, excellence is not expected, it's required. Army Sergeant Anthony Alcantar, Camp Casey, Korea.
This event was hosted by the Continuous School Improvement Committee with the goal of bringing more excitement and fun to reading. That was your Around the Peninsula for this week. From all of us at AFN, enjoy your evening.